What's going on, everybody? Hope you guys are staying safe during all this COVID-19 and everything else. My suggestion would be to stay home, stay safe if you can, and, quarantine as much as possible. It's definitely a real threat. My wife works at the hospital, and there are employees from the hospital on ventilators at this point, and it's, my heart goes out to all of them, especially the first responders and the people on the front lines. So thank you if you are part of that. Here, I actually took a trade. I'm not spending a lot of money right now because of all this, but I buy, sell, and trade stuff all the time. So I did a trade, and I received a Small Sebenza 21, think twice, cut once, Chris Reeve. So I received this knife and $100, which is pretty cool, for a knife that I had. We'll just put it that way. And let's take a look at this knife. So, and you guys have probably seen my review on my Chris Reeve Umnenzon, which I love. My wife bought me this. And the large Inkosi as well. One of my favorite knives. I've been carrying this a lot lately. It's just a beast. There's no two ways about it. So, we could see this new knife that I got in this trade was born on December 10th, 2015. Small Sebenza 21, S35 VN, 59 to 60 on the hardness scale, and titanium handles. Okay. Here is the decal and some paperwork. And let's take a look at the knife. So here's some packaging. Some of this has been used. This is a 2015, now we're 2020, right? So you have a tool to take it apart, fluorinated grease. The lanyard is gone as well. But here is the knife. And you can tell this thing is a lot smaller than my normal style. But I couldn't pass it up. It was a good deal, and the guy I traded with, one of my knife buds, wanted the knife that I had, and that's just how it is. So I'm not sure if I'm going to keep this knife. I might end up selling this and getting a large Sebenza to complete my collection. I'm not sure yet. Someday they're going to come out with an Inkosi with the S45 VN, and I would sell a few knives to get my hands on that thing. But I don't think it's going to come out. My suspicion is probably 2021 SHOT Show. I really don't know. So I don't know if I have that much patience. But here it is. It's right-handed. I'm left-handed. And it's the quality that you would completely expect. No surprises. This is an amazing knife. Okay. The Sebenza 21. And this hole right here, if you're not familiar with Sebenzas, this hole is really neat. So I'm not sure if you guys would be into like astronomy or anything, but you just actually open this up, and then at night, if you look through this hole right here, it does absolutely nothing. So this hole is actually just an alignment hole for the machining of the knife. So obviously you can see straight through it, and if you flip it over, that hole is on this side as well, and that's for alignment. It's on every Sebenza 21, and the new Sebenza 31s do not have these. Okay, so we have the titanium scales that are sandblasted. You will see a little bit of patina or use over time. Some people like those, some people don't. You can always take it in and send it back into Chris Reeve, and they'll do a spa treatment, and they'll send it back to you in pretty much original condition. Okay, you have the blue thumb stud here, blue backspacer, which is traditional, and I'm not sure if you can see the edge of that bronze phosphor bushing right there. So I'm not sure if you can see that, but it has bronze phosphor bushings. That's what it rides on, and it is very smooth. The lockup is like, no different than the Inkosi or anything else. They're famous for their lockup. It just clicks like a bank vault. just like a lock. I mean, it's amazing. So I would say probably 50% travel here across that tang, and this knife is going nowhere. I do like the length of the handle, I gotta say. So let's go over some of the dimensions, because I can actually get my whole hand on this knife. Depending on what I was going to be doing with it, at least I can get my whole hand on it. So that's a plus for me. Okay. Overall, this knife is 6.875 inches. The blade is 2.94 S35VN, like we talked about. This is a drop point with a hollow grind. The thickness of the blade is 0.13. The handle is 3.94. When it's closed, that's the length of the knife. The thickness of the handle is 0.4. And obviously, like I said, this is titanium. The weight of this knife is a big plus, especially for people that like small knives or don't want to have a heavy knife in your pocket. This is 3 ounces, and you know, the machining, the durability, the materials is second to none. So for a 3-ounce knife, this thing actually packs a punch for how little it is. It's tip up carry, as you can see here, and it has the integral lock, which was popularized by Chris Reeve. Some people call that a frame lock, and that's fine too. Same difference, okay? There are a lot of options, and Chris Reeve actually offers more options with the Sebenza models than the Inkosi or the Umnenzan. So this is a small, but you can get Damascus steel. You can get micarta inlays on the handle. You can get natural wood inlay. And you can get different blade shapes. So you can get sheep's foot, tanto, this drop point. Those are the 3 main options. Okay. And it's just a superb knife. It's made really, really well. You'll rarely see a knife made as well as a Chris Reeve, I have to say. The tolerances and everything are just extremely tight. Okay. So I would really, really recommend this, especially if you like smaller knives. Like I said, I think what I'm going to end up doing is probably selling or trading this and maybe another knife. And then I might get a full-size left-handed Sebenza, and I will complete my titanium scale set, right, of Chris Reeve. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do. You know, like I said, the Inkosi at some point is going to come out with the S45VN. I mean, they're already in the talks. I'm suspecting it's probably going to come out SHOT Show 2021, and I don't know if I have patience for that. But overall, this is a great knife, and I would highly recommend it for people that like smaller knives. The MSRP on this is $375, and these two you're looking at $450. Okay, so full size, small. Once you start adding in the micarta, the wood inlays, the Damascus metal, everything else, it's just going to skyrocket. So this is high-end knife, but still something that you can use. I would say the Inkosi is probably my favorite. I think it's just the most robust, right, overall. So you can see the difference also in the jimping here. The Inkosi really, really catches your thumb, and with the Small Sebenza, not so much. But what are you really going to be doing with the Small Sebenza anyway? I wouldn't hard use this knife or pry or do anything stupid with it. I think it's definitely capable of a lot, but I think you have to pick and choose what you're going to do with the smaller knife. Okay? So overall, I'm extremely impressed with this knife, and it's exactly what I expected from Chris Reeve. So if it's something that you would be interested in, let me know. But this is it. Chris Reeve, Sebenza 21 from 2015. Thanks for watching, guys. If you want to see more videos like this, just hit the subscribe button. And I definitely have a lot more reviews coming up. Let's do some comparisons real quick while I got all these knives here. I'll try to get them all on the screen as well. So here we have the Inkosi, the Umnenzan, And this is the Small Sebenza 21. Here is the Benchmade 917 Triage. I'll be doing a review on that real soon. I've been carrying it every single day. Good knife. The PM2 left hand, which I've already done a review on. Ontario Rat 1. Done a lot with this knife. Budget knife, but great knife. And lastly, the Benchmade Super Freak. Right, 560 BK-1. Let's just throw it in there so we can get a view. All right, so there's a comparison. You can kind of see how big this knife is, what it looks like, the dimensions, and everything else. And if you are into smaller knives, and there's definitely a big market for that, that's great. That's the knife for you. So I really appreciate you guys watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Again, the Sebenza 21 from Reeve. Thanks.